Welcome back to Factorio PyBlock. This is episode 2, and in episode 1 we set up some mushrooms, and the mushrooms can be turned into raw coal, and the raw coal can then be used to power things. So let's grab all of that, and it can power things like steam power, to mine soil, and then the soil can be turned into stone. So this is pretty much where we were up to. So the whole episode last time was to get ourselves to the point where we could make mushrooms sort of sustainably. In between episodes, I have expanded the size of our mushroom farm out to 8 machines, which I think is nowhere near enough, but it's getting towards the limit of what I can handle by hand. So what we're going to do today is try and address some of our other limitations. We are making stone now, so that is hunky-dory. We can make stone brick from the stone, again, that's really good. We no longer need to burn wood because we can make limited amounts of fuel from the mushrooms. Let's just do another mushroom collection trip. Brilliant. So I've got another 60 odd mushrooms. They can go there. And I can grab some more spores. So next time I go up to collect mushrooms, I can drop spores in the machines. But you can see nothing's really automated. Belts are quite expensive. They cost 3.5-ish plates in total per pair of plates. So I could have a belt running down here, which is probably a sensible plan, but at the moment I don't think I can afford the iron. So at the moment we're going to use my feet. Let's put some more stone in here. There we go. Collect that. And so this is slowly making fuel, which we can use to keep everything going. It's not very efficient, but it's better than a kick in the teeth, isn't it? So I've reached a limit now where I only have a little bit of landfill left, and I would like to extend this out to 10. 10 seems like a good number. Let's try the rate calculator and see what that would produce. Okay, that would be slightly over 1 a second, so slightly over 30 a minute, which isn't too bad, all right? It would consume 14 spores, but we're making 60, so that's fine. So we can run quite a bit more than this off the one spore generator. What I was thinking of doing was having a looped belt with spores and the coal on here, and then using filtered inserters to manage the belt. But I can't do any of that because I don't have the landfill, quite apart from anything else. So the first job today is to try and set up landfill production. Now, if we look at the landfill recipe, it is 1 unit of stone to 2 units of sand. And if we look at this machine here, at the moment this is set up for the soil into stone recipe. But there's a soil into sand recipe. So we'll set that up, and we will refuel our power. Don't think 3 units of power is really going to cut it. Let's grab our mushrooms, and then let's put in more spores. There we go. All right, so this is my life at the moment. Put all the mushrooms in here. So this kind of not really automating gets old. But what we can do is grab all this stone. So we have quite a lot of stone now, I think. And dump this in here. Yeah, the raw coal is quite low in energy, so it doesn't really last very long. Maybe we should look in the recipe book at what we can do with raw coal. Okay, so it's a product of these recipes. We're using the fungus one. There's a syngas recipe, that's interesting. Anyway, and it's an ingredient in crushed coal. Okay, so it produces 1 unit of crushed coal, 2 units of coal, and some coal dust. It's an ingredient in coke. Okay. And it's an ingredient in coal. Okay, so that looks more interesting. But these are all recipes we do not have unlocked, and I'm not sure at what point in the game we get them. So let's carry on here. Okay, we have some sand. So armed with our 20 units of sand, we should be able to make 10 units of landfill. Oh my, we are rich. So let's refeed these. It seems they're actually full, which is really nice. Good, and then we will put the it seems like tons of mushrooms go into this process and none come out. It takes 10 mushrooms to make 3 units of coal. Okay. So it's just going to be one of these things, isn't it? Right. What I would like to do is try and get some of this a bit more automated. At the moment we're choosing between making coal and making stone, and I kind of would like to be making both. And I'm not sure the cleanest way to do that, but for now I could put one building above and one building below. Okay, so let's grab this. There. We'll have one of those there. So let's make an offshore pump. And this is a steam-powered washer. Wood processing, blah, blah, blah. Soil extractor, soil separator, crude destructive, steam-powered washer. One of those. Okay, and then we need some inserters. So let's grab these. I don't think we're going to need so many. Okay, let's grab 2 of those. There. And I think we can go down to 2 here. Yeah. Alright, so this requires some sort of soil to work. This requires power. Alright. Let's put the mushroom back in to bake into coal and grab our 19 units of power, 19 units of coal. So now we should be sending... this requires steam as well. Okay. So let's move that over. So how are we going to get steam up there? Let's see if we can reroute this power pole. Right, we'll need to liberate that one. There. Good. So then I guess we need to run steam along here. I'm not quite sure the best way to do that. I think underground's maybe the cheapest way. We only need to get in there, don't we? Alright, let's see. So, we don't need 4 underground crafts then. I've made rather too many undergrounds. How far does this reach? There. Good. So there we are. This now has no steam because we have no power. Good. I've installed a far reach mod just because life is too short to be going around the map. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I can reach all the way out. Yeah, we'll find that out, I guess. Feels a bit cheaty to be going too far, but it's nice to be able to at least reach around what I can see on screen. Okay, so it looks like we have not yet managed to send enough steam up here. We also have this output. So we were boxing that from the other machine, but from this machine, I think I'm just going to stick it into a sinkhole just to get this process going. Good. All right. And this isn't running. Oh, it's just the crafting time is long. Bricks. What I'd like to be able to do once this actually runs. So is there just no steam getting up to this machine? Okay. Let's set this machine to stone. And have I disconnected the pipe somehow? No, I'm just not sustaining enough steam, so it's going into the first machine. Let's cut that just for a moment. Okay. So are we now getting steam up here? Doesn't look like it. Frustrating. So yeah, this is my life at the moment. I could dump some wood in here, but I just don't think I can afford the wood in case of, you know, emergencies. Okay, so I'm just going to go around this loop a few times off screen or between screens, and we will come back once we have some more landfill. And back. So I have been expanding. We now have 20 mushroom makers, and I've discovered that this arm can't empty this fast enough. So double it, I guess. And I think it's time to start automating. So I'm going to burn some belt just to see how expensive this will be. Oh, far too expensive. All right, stop. Okay, let's harvest these. All right, so I can always click on that machine to empty all of them. Okay, and let's dump 100 in here. But I think there's a recipe here. So this is coal from mushrooms. This is ash into iron oxide and soot. This is soil. This is wood into coal, which is what we used to get started in the first place. Okay, what else is there? I think there's a recipe for iron that goes from mushrooms. So let's have a quick look. Whoops. Iron ore. Okay, so here's a recipe that goes from mushrooms to iron ore and happens in an atomizer Mark 0. So let's see if we can find an atomizer Mark 0. Okay, so make one of these. And this may be the beginning of our iron resource problem ending. But at the moment we're down to 170 iron, which is a bit low as far as I'm concerned. Okay, let's take all of that, feed the boiler. I'm still trying to build up our stockpiles of landfill, but yeah, it's probably time to try and reset up the stone as well. We're probably getting low on stone. And one last refuel here. Good, okay. So, let's take our atomizer and put it down nowhere in particular. Okay, and we'll set it to mushrooms. Whoops, don't want to burn wood. That was a bit of a disaster. We want to burn raw coal. And with any luck, this is going to produce some iron ore. There we go. Is that just... No, it's fine. It just hasn't completed a cycle. Okay. And it's going to be a question of dividing our mushrooms up between these different processes. Okay. Can we make any more landfill? 14. There we are. Alright, so that's enough refueling the landfill for a moment. Let's head back here. So we produced 10 lots of iron ore. So this... we can use every inch of available space to make it impossible to walk through. Okay, that's going to need fuel, which comes from this box, of course. There we go. Yeah, I am really looking forward to when we can automate this. And did I actually collect them? Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to when this will be running on belts and not on me. Okay, so this is kind of working. We are smelting very slowly. We've made 2 plates. How many plates do we need for a belt? Just 1 iron plate. Oh no, it's 2.7 because of the small part. Okay, but we are making iron now, so I think we can start thinking about automation. Okay, so if we make this just a couple longer, good. So I want this to take in a spore and put out a mushroom. And I want the spores to go on the belt. So let's see if this is working as expected. No, that's putting on the wrong side, but that's okay because we can adjust the drop off. That's it. Good. All right. And then I want the same pair of inserters here. Okay, and then this, I guess I want kind of central for the other ones. All right, so let's take this much, put it there. I really shouldn't be automating things at this stage, but I can't help myself. Okay. And I am just burning through my iron plate on automating this. Alright, so let's refuel again with mushrooms. So I put some in there, put some in here. There we go. And let's make a bit more landfill. So this is sort of working, yeah? And it's this that I want. Let's extend the belts far enough. This is what I want to copy. Okay, and then here we're going to just wrap the belt around. So we should end up with a... get rid of these two arms. We should end up with a belt with mushrooms on one side and spores on the other. In fact, let's trim this back. Okay, so this is going to... Of course. How do I turn my bots off? There. Good. Fingers crossed that should have crafted something without my bots taking it. Alright, we'll drop there. Good. Alright, so I can put mushrooms in there, fuel in there, grab this iron. Chance to be a fine thing. I'm desperate to get this automated. So I'll be back to you once it is automated. And we're back. So I think I've managed to make enough plate to make a second atomizer. We are doing pretty well for mushrooms now, so I think we're in a positive mushroom loop. Again, not something I expected to be saying. But yeah, I've been just dumping mushrooms in here. We're building up quite a nice little stockpile of them. Alright, so let's put some fuel there. Mushrooms in both of these. And I guess this needs an arm. But for that we need some iron plate. How much do we need? A lot. So I'm going to steal one from here. And the bots have stolen it back. Okay, so I'm going to scrub that. Good, and I'm going to scrub that. I thought I had turned the bots off. Oh, that's the attack toggle, not the build toggle. Okay. Do I have a build toggle? I don't think I do. Toggle personal roboports. Yeah, I don't think it responds to that. Okay, and what's this complaining about? Lack of fuel. Oh, I must have taken away all the raw coal. Let's put that back in there then. Alright. And I haven't been doing a good job of fueling these up. Okay, so we've now doubled our iron production from almost nothing to almost nothing. So again, I'm going to build up this off screen and probably using the speed toggle to try and get us somewhere. It's just keeping these things running now and crafting all the things. So I will see you soon. Okay, and we're back from that grind. So I don't even want to say how much in-game time passed. So a few things. This is all quite delicate. It doesn't produce very much iron, and it goes wrong all the time because it's all hand-fed. Anyway, so let's grab all this. This arm is not fast enough to empty the belt. Then I need to prioritize the mushrooms into there, and then put the rest in here to make fuel. And it burns through the fuel really quickly. So we're up to 7 iron plate. We're rich, we can retire. So what I really want is this, but a bit more automated, which I think means basically putting these on the end somehow. So that we have the single belt going around. The thing is, I probably want a different belt system. I probably want a system that takes the which makes a mixed belt of fuel and mushrooms, which does mean emptying this belt, which we can't do with a single inserter. You can see these are backing up. I'm not sure how badly they are backing up, but they are definitely backing up. This does not get them out quick enough. And you have to keep these machines fed and then put any excess in there. This seems to be the way. And this is reasonably well ratioed, so I wasn't sort of running out of anything particularly when I was running this. So let's have a look. We have this contraption here. I think that the first thing would be to nudge this back a tile. So let's have a look. Alright, so let's grab this and move it back. Okay, so we're going to set these to drop near. Okay, and we're going to take this away entirely. Like that. I think that's a good plan. Okay, let's grab all the mushrooms. We have to just keep the mushrooms going all the time. Yeah, it's just a constant process of babysitting this. Right, so we need some more belt. There we go. So we're back onto a loop. Then this process here, I think I want to automate it so that we are pulling mushrooms. All right. So yeah, I'm just voiding these liquids. We can do something clever with them later, but for now they can just go. All right. So then we will take the machine we just picked up, which I have lost here. Okay. So we're going to take this machine and we are somehow going to plug it in near the belt. Now, there's going to be issues with this. Oh, wood. Because we need to get the excess liquids out of it. Oh no, we don't need any excess liquids, do we? Because this isn't the process that produces liquids. Okay. So I guess the next thing is this fast enough? All right, so then what we want to do is output like this. Okay, I'm just going to grab these before the machines overflow. The machines probably weren't going to overflow, but you know. Okay, so this gets first dibs at refueling itself. And let's have a look here. Is this working fast enough? No, it's not. Is that working fast enough? No. Okay, so I think this needs 4 inserters to work fast enough, which is not going to be happening, right? All right, this is also outputting ash, so I think I want to, for now, we are going to say we only want the coal. And where on earth is this coal stuff? Raw coal. Raw coal. Okay. So this is a whitelist, so we only want the raw coal. The other way to do it is put this into a box and then have an inserter here and then use a normal inserter here. So then the ash is emptied, but only the raw coal comes out. I think that's a good compromise. Okay, so let's grab these. Good, so I can now just grab out of this box if I need to. Alright, so then the next thing is we need to load mushrooms into these and coal. and then we need to also smelt. So I think all of this is now in the way. Do I want to pull it up? Do I have enough landfill? I don't. Alright, so let's have a look at how much space this would take. So that would be right in the middle of this build. Do I care? I don't think I do care. But I do want to make some more landfill before we go any further. Okay, and for landfill, I've actually got quite a lot of sand now. We'll do another round of sand. I'm going to start pulling all of this up. Okay, and then we will rebuild. So that would... I want to get up to like 500 sand, I think. Okay. I think we're doing okay. This is starting to feel like something that's not horrendous. Okay. So this is some sand. Let's reset this recipe to stone for a bit. Good. And of course that's cost us a lot of steam. But fingers crossed. So I guess I want to move this whole build upwards so that it's out the way of this. Okay, let's cut this. We'll get this stone so we can make some landfill. It's not very much landfill, but it is more than 0. Okay, so we would be taking something like this along with all the ash. Alright, and we would be shifting it out the way somewhere like that. When we've done that, we would then be taking this build and fitting it somewhere like here. Okay. So that looks like something we can fit, doesn't it? Yeah, with a bit more landfill up top. Okay, so let's see if we can paste this back down. Whoops. Cannot build on water. Oh, it's alright, it's just a power pole we don't need. Okay, so then we should be able to put some fuel in there just to get it going. Then I want to bring this belt further up. Okay, so I've crafted 8 belts. That's probably not enough. But the will is there. Can I put fuel in this yet? Yep, I can. Okay, so that's all the belt I think we need. So then we need arms. Okay. And for arms we need lots and lots of iron. So I think we're almost there. Okay, and then this is the next thing. So I need an underground, which is, ooh, super expensive. Okay. But that's basically the build. Move that to that. In fact, take that away entirely, because I would like this side to be automated first. Okay. So We're still going to have to babysit this for a little bit to get it going. All of that can go in. Good. So we need a bit more belt. How much more? 3. So 8 belt plus the underground, which is 2. So that's fine. So that's 10 belt we need. Counted in crafts. And then we need some more arms. So, time for Mr. Speedy Speedy again. Let's see how far we can get through this. Good. And what's stopping this from... No, it's just the crafting speed that's the problem. This is building up fuel. Good. Okay, we seem to be in a good place for mushrooms. Okay, so this one is now just waiting on an arm. And how many more plates do we need? Quite a few. Okay, that was our problem there. It was buffered up. So we need 8.5. We are there. Okay, so that's automated. For the output, we need an automated input. Again, we're just a plate away. Oh dear. There was a missing arm somewhere and it got snarfed. That is frustrating. Okay. Do we have it now? Almost there. 3. Oh, it's getting really... Yeah, I think we pretty much are at balance for these mushroom dudes. One more craft. And there we are. Okay, last thing. We need the iron for this underground belt. And so the total iron for the underground belt is 23.7. Because obviously these things work with fractions. So I can just count them down here. There's no more babysitting to be done on these machines. They're all working with their inserters on the belt. This is running, you know, as you would expect. It's doing the job, isn't it? 11, so I think we can even go up to 10 times speed now. 13, 14, 17, what was it, 20 something. Yep, should be there now. Oh no. There we go. Back to 1 time. So here we are. And then we have one last inserter that hasn't been made, which we are nearly there for. And then our build is done as far as I'm concerned, and I'm going to call today a day. It's just this one inserter. We are nearly there. We are there. That's it. All right, back to 1 times speed. So, to recap, today we have turned a hand-fed mushroom machine into a much larger automated mushroom machine. We're still missing an arm here. Okay, so what to do? Yeah, it's the one that's loading it. So I guess that's a shame, isn't it? But I'll fix that off screen. We have automated iron production, which, although it's a trickle, is more than 0. So I'm going to call it there. Next time we're going to work down the next thing in our production chain. We're just going to go down this one at a time until we are self-sufficient for all the things we need to be self-sufficient for. Till then, thanks very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and tell your friends. And I will see you again very soon. Bye-bye.